Welcome everyone to Holistic Roots. My name is Shalisha, and right now I'm going to read for the elements. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got my little priestess hoodie on, my hermit hoodie. I think I'm in priestess hermit energy right now. Anyways, I'm going to read the elements. We're going to start with the air signs right now because we are in Aquarius. So I'm going to read Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energy. And we're just going to see as a collective what energies are swirling around us that we need to be aware of. I've called in my angels and my guides. I've asked for a sacred shield of protection around us. I set the intentions to have the messages be in a positive, uplifting way for us that actually allows us to receive and be able to implement the guidance that's given, integrate the guidance that we receive. Because literally, we're all about transformation and integration. That's what my whole channel is about, is going through transformations. So I just came upon this information for myself doing my birth chart. Like, literally, I've been digging deep these last couple of months into astrology and really working on learning how to interpret my birth chart, which is my blueprint for my life, myself, from when I was born. So when I descended here on earth, and my Venus is in Scorpio, and my North Node is in Scorpio. And in Vedic astrology, my moon sign is Scorpio. Like, Scorpios are basically all about death, rebirth, transformation, that whole cycle of life and death and transformation. So it just dawned on me that most of my life I just been transforming. That's what I do. I transform my life. I set my sights on something. I go through the journey and I do what I need to do until I achieve it. I live the experience. Once I make the achievement, I live through that experience. Eventually, it's ready to fall off. Like, okay, this has run its course. This cycle is ending. Now, what do you want to do? You have to think of something else. You have to want to do something else, create something else, go somewhere else. You got to do something. And then those wheels of transformation, the chariot, is set in motion to move on to the next. Right now, we are at the beginning of we're at the end of the transformation, and we're at the beginning of integration. So all the things that we've been through and all the lessons we've learned and all the cycles we had to close out for the universal year of 9 in 2025, we are going to implement them in 2026. It's the universal year 1. So we are in our individuality. We are independent, not so much codependence, is we closed that cycle out, and now we're in a cycle of independence. Now we're in a cycle of going toward a new goal, a new destiny, a new path. So we're integrating life lessons. We're integrating the lessons learned from the past, whether it's 2 months ago, 5 months ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever the lesson is, because they tend to repeat. So if there was something you needed to learn and it first appeared to you probably when you was a teenager, let's say you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend and this is your first relationship, and you're so in love, and that person broke up with you. Just, we're not even gonna say they cheated or did anything. They just came out of the blue. You was happy and they were like, okay, I just don't want to do this anymore, I'm out of here. And you're left wondering why, what happened, was it me? So every relationship after that one relationship, you get into a new relationship, you overgive yourself to this person because you want them to like you. You don't want them to break up with you. You don't want them to randomly leave you. So you overgive. Now, the person that you're overgiving to is allowing you to overgive. Like, they're not telling you, no, stop. They're taking advantage of it. Like, they know, I don't need all this, but she giving it to me, so let me have it. Let me take it. Instead of doing the right thing and saying, look, honey, you don't have to do all that. I don't need all that. I'm okay with just this. People don't do that. They allow you to overgive, you overgive, and they take, and they take, and they take. And then you one day wake up like, F this. I don't have anything left to give. I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what I'm doing in here anymore. Like, what am I doing? And then once you ask that question, you lit the spark within to discover what and who I am, because you lost yourself. Or why am I overgiving? Why am I doing this? Or why do I attract these kind of people? And you ask the universe, you ask God source these questions, and then when the answers come, you have to live through the experience of why you with this person, or I would never do that, and then you find yourself doing it. That's one of the best ones right there. Oh, I would never do that, and then next thing you know, you doing it. So never say never, because the universe will bring shit around for you to do and see if you're gonna actually do it or continue to not do it. Sometimes we decide to do it, and then you have to go through that experience until you can close out that cycle. And cycles, they all 2-month cycles, 3 9-year cycles, 6, depending on when you started and who you started it with. Those are be a part of the soul contracts that we end up choosing when you get entangled. Yes, I said it. When you get entangled, or when you get involved with another being, they have their contracts and you have your contract. So, and some of y'all contract works together, and some of it is only for you, and then some of it you work with this person. So, the death card came out. Like I said, excuse my fingernails. It's been a long week. I haven't had time, and right now I don't even care. I'm just doing what my soul, higher self has called me to do, and that is this reading right now. So, the death card: life, death, rebirth, cycles, transformation, integration, endings and beginnings, rebirths, renewal, things that are hidden are coming to light. What was considered dark or unknown or hidden or mystery is not going to be that anymore. Like, it's coming out now. It's going to be seen. It's going to be heard. It's going to be noticed. So if you had old cycles, old patterns that you know you need to break, you know you need to stop doing it, but you haven't, then instead of it continuing to be enjoyable, things are going to start showing up on you. You may need to stop eating certain things, but you don't. So now every time you try to eat that one particular thing that you just love, you get headaches now. Like, it's going to at some point get taken away until you give it up, because it's no longer good for you. This cycle with this particular thing has to end. The pattern has to end. You have to notice, when this happens, this is when I want that, even though that's not good for me. So I know it's not good for me, so I'm not going to go get it anymore. That's how you break the cycle. You say no, and you have self-discipline to not do it anymore. And eventually, you won't even desire it. You won't even want it anymore. And continue to pray, continue to ask God to help you with these I was gonna say urges, like urges. Like, if you drink alcohol and you're trying to quit, when you get the urge and it's so strong and you need help, you say, God, give me strength. Give me some strength so I cannot drink. Help me not drink. Help me, help me. Help me not drink. Please. And you miraculously get the strength to not drink. You overcome it. Like, you just do. But you don't look at it like that. You just saying, oh, I made it another day, I didn't drink. I made it another day, I didn't smoke. I made it another day and I ate healthy. That's what it is. Okay, anyway. Clarify the death card. Why did we get the death card? What do Spirit want us to know about this death card for the air signs? Okay, must not be nothing else. It's the ending of the Ten of Swords, the ending of betrayals, the ending of the backstabbing, the ending of feeling, like you've been stabbed in the back so many times. So many times you've been stabbed in the back, and you have to lift and pick yourself back up again. That feeling of hurt, being stabbed in the back, at your core is the feeling that you want to get rid of. But that's the feeling. You just need to feel it. You need to feel that pain. You need to understand it, and you need to know why it's there and where it came from. Like, all the things that pain brings into your life, you need to study it. Like, you need to know. I do this, like, when I smoke cigarettes, At first, I didn't know why I smoked. I just knew I liked to smoke. So, as I worked through the process of trying to quit, I would go days without smoking, and then something happened, I get triggered, and I would go back to smoking cigarettes again. And this has been like over not just months, like this is patterns over years of quitting and not and smoking, and I'm quitting and then I'm smoking again. So I finally, like, I asked God, like, I need you to really help me not smoke cigarettes, like get it out where I don't even want them anymore. I don't think about them, I don't crave them, nothing. And then things started like sudden, like I had a moment where I had ate some fast food and it really made me sick. It made me sick. And like for 4 days, I didn't eat any meat. When I think me going through that experience awakened me some more. So I know that's a whole nother story. I'm not even gonna go there. But it awakened me some more. And so as days went by, I really talked to God, like, and I just talked in a way like I'm talking to you right now. And I would ask questions like, show me, like, help me know, like, why is this here? Why can't quit? And I realized the first time back to my memories as a child, the first time I saw cigarettes is going on our family trips that my dad would take us on, and I would have to sit in the front seat with my Aunt Rosemary, and she would chain smoke 3 pack of cigarettes there to Phoenix and back to Casa Grande. And I freaking hated cigarettes. Like, I couldn't stand the smell. So another reason, like, how did I end up smoking cigarettes when I never even liked them? Like, I hated the smell, but it was embedded in my subconscious and I didn't know it was placed there. But it's generational, because even now I haven't smoked in 2 years, going on 3 years in May. It'll be 3 years. I haven't smoked a cigarette. And just today, yesterday, I thought about my grandma, my dad's mom, and how we were kids and we used to go to her house, and she had these beads that separated the living room from the kitchen, and we would run through the beads, and she would be sitting on the couch with her cigarette, and she'd be, get out of my kitchen with them beads, go on outside and play, basically. But she smoked. And then Rosemary, being her daughter, saw her smoking, and she chose to smoke, because this house should be generational. And then me, my addiction gene, because I believe that everybody has a gene that is their addiction gene. It don't have to be drugs. It could be food. It could be stealing. It could be, drugs, like whatever it is. Everybody has vice somewhere. All things can be good or bad. It just depends on how much you use it or abuse it. So, yeah, that was just generational. That was grandma. That came from her. That's why I smoked cigarettes. And I knew that I had to end that generational trauma, generational curse for my family, like my paternal side of the family. Because my mom, on my mother's side, my maternal side, she didn't smoke cigarettes. My grandma didn't smoke cigarettes. My grandfather did tobacco. My mother's dad, he did the little tobacco stuff, snuff, whatever they called it back then. But that shit runs deep, and you have to literally do the like go into your core and look at where it came from. Like, I don't want to say the reason I smoked is because my aunt smoked, but it's just genetic. That's what it is. I was just predisposed, or however you say it, to it. So I made a conscious choice to do that, and I didn't think I was going to get addicted to it. I just knew this is at this time I want to try this, I want to do this. I even learned how from my friends, because they were young smoking. We all was young, encouraging people, each other, to do some of the wrongest things we could have done to ourselves. But we grow, and you learn from your mistakes, and you just eventually learn how to begin to heal yourself. And when you healing yourself, you heal your trauma, you heal the generational stuff too that you inherited from your ancestors. We inherit good things from our ancestors, and we inherit bad things, and it's a lot of it is genetically, and we just don't think about it like that. And we always want to embrace and just acknowledge all the good. We don't really want to say, you know, when I was a child, these adults knew this was going on. They knew this person was like this, but they still allowed this person to walk around and live and be amongst people that he shouldn't be around. You know what I'm saying? Like, trauma. I've been through trauma, like a lot of trauma. And I'm not even gonna be on here talking for 2 hours, but I guess as time goes by and I do these readings or channelings, that I'll discuss things that I had to heal from, that allowed me to transform emotionally. It's not even about like transforming on the outside or being rich or famous or just having a lot of money, because even you can have all those things and not be happy. So it's literally about what's in here, what you feel in here. And if you feel broken, you feel hurt, you feel just torn, like nobody listen, your life is always a struggle. If you feel that in there, then you need healing. Like, you need healing, because you shouldn't have to feel that like anymore. At whatever age you are, you should be able to be in a better frequency, a better energy. And a lot of what keeps us from being in those energies is those internal hurts, those internal feelings. But once you begin to heal them, because you know where they come from, and then they don't have that effect on you anymore, your life can change. Like, it changes, you change, you feel better, like you feel good, you feel love within, like you feel God's love, divine love within, and it makes you strong, and it gives you courage, and you just feel like this wonderful, uplifting highness, your highness feeling inside, like God is there in me. Yes, in you. And you know that that's not, it can't hurt you anymore. It's not even happening right now. It happened years ago. It's just a memory. It's just a thought. It was an experience. You lived, you survived it, you learned, you can point it out, you can see it. You learn to see after you go through each experience. You learn to see. You see it, you recognize it in other people. So when that situation comes back up and you're around that first thing that hit you, be that energy. Oh, I felt that before. Yeah, I remember this MFN is doing this. Like, you just know because you went through that experience. You healed yourself from that experience and you learned how to recognize. You learn how to feel. You learn how to control your feelings and your emotions. You know what's yours and you know what's not yours. You know what your element is that you operate in, and you know when you have to switch elements because you deal with different people and they bring different energies around, that some are yours and some are not. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry about all that, but my legs are sitting on the floor. So, anyway, that was a lot, and I think I'm gonna even have to go back and listen to this before I even post it, because that was a lot, and I just feel like I was rambling, and I don't even know all of what I said. So, I'm gonna listen to it too, and hopefully you get some healing, you find some love enough for yourself, and know your worth, all the healing that God wants to give you. And I'm just trying to hear if there's more messages. Okay. Just heal. And until next time, as always,